Hello, Group 1. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. The elemental you chose is the Sylph, and that elemental is connected to the air element. And according to folklore, that is where they dwell, where they live. They balance out our weather, and they have an immense effect on it and can impact it according to their own will. But they are also, because of that, connected to our mind, and in the same way can help us balance out our mind. And when it comes to the message of this reading, because sometimes we need an answer or a message, and a lot of things can be going on in our emotions, that our emotions can get so loud sometimes that it can make it difficult for us to hear the message. And sometimes it's also the way that life acts out that makes it hard for us to understand the message, that we do our best, but because of how things are, we just can't make any sense of that. And that's why sometimes we need a tool like tarot. So let's find out what your message is, because as this reading is all about, that the universe sees you and hears you, and it has a message for you. So let's see. We got the High Priestess, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, you know, the first thing that comes to you, and the Two of Pentacles, okay, that clarified it even more, that for you, there could actually be a lot of disconnection going on for you, where you could be in the midst of misunderstanding yourself right now because of things being noisy or being just a lot of it, that it's making it hard for you in the circumstances you're in to actually be able to connect to yourself and just guide yourself through this. And you know, this is coming through actually as part of a process also. So if that is you, then just show yourself a lot of love and compassion and understanding, because sometimes, and it really looks like that for you, that in a process there are many aspects to it, and also many puzzle pieces, and there seem to be some puzzle pieces missing for you. And those puzzle pieces could be just information or knowledge, or something that you actually need to know to be able to guide you. Then how are you supposed to do anything else than what you're doing right now? Like, there's a lot of timing things going on right here, like there's specific certain timelines that are working themselves out also. However, the very clear advice for you here is to please don't misunderstand yourself in the midst of this, okay? This isn't your fault or that you're not doing enough. It's simply that there has been some information lacking. Some puzzle pieces hasn't shown up on your table yet, okay? So whatever you can do right now to just ease the pressure off of you, then do that, because the process also has its own timing, right? And it looks like the next thing for you is some sort of breakthrough when it comes to knowing the next step, or simply knowing more about the situation you're in, so that you can move forward, so that you can guide yourself. But the misunderstanding here, it is that you've misunderstood the situation to mean that you're not in connection with yourself, that you're not in alignment with yourself. And that's not true. It's just a process. Not every part of the process have shown itself to you. But it seems like the next step is this breakthrough of things showing themselves when it comes to information of those missing puzzle pieces. Okay, we got soul star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. And we got spiritual career with 78. Okay, so there could be a lot of spiritual people, or if you don't feel aligned with that terminology, it could simply mean that you're a very deep person that truly always want to do the best for the situation. You always want to understand the situation on a deep level. And right now, when you take a look at the situation, you could feel just blocked or confused, or that things are almost deliberately being hidden from you. Just know that none of this has anything to do with your capacity or your ability. This is almost happening above your head. Okay, things are moving and working by a life of its own. It's not really connected to you in that sense, that you can't affect it really, because of the timing and the timeline of the process that you're in. That the best thing you can do right now is just to be as easy as possible on you. Take it easy and be very soft, because I love also how the air spirits come through for you because of the sylphs. And so there could be a lot of pressure you're putting on yourself to understand things that right now aren't showing themselves to you. And you could be misinterpreting that as you maybe needing to meditate more, or you needing more alone time, or you needing to like level up your skill to connect with yourself. Like, you're doing awesome, you're doing great. There is nothing more to do for you, okay? The process has more to do. Yes, the process has more steps to take. The process has more depth and more levels to get to, but it's on its way for you to receive a breakthrough. Yeah, most definitely. Okay. Oh, we got the golden egg for you. That says it all. Okay, yeah. And the peacock. Guys, you're doing great. Okay, I almost want to like tell you, don't you dare question yourself. Don't you dare think that this has anything to do with you, or absolutely not, that you're not doing well enough or good enough. Like, I see you being like overly criticizing yourself and thinking that you're maybe like being responsible, or by doing that you're taking things seriously and you want to put in what's best into this. And you already are by just being you. Like, truly, if it is that you feel a bit tense and tensed up because you feel like the situation isn't aligning well with you, that you have some characteristics or some potential, some gifts to put into the situation, and every time you do, the situation is like blah 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 blah. that has nothing to do with you. Again, it has everything to do with the process and the timelines of the process. Don't put pressure on yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Believe me, if that was part of your advice, like you need to look into yourself, I would let you know that in a loving way. I don't see that at all. Okay? You're the golden egg. Group 1, you're the golden egg. You're the peacock. You're doing great. Okay, so we got the Page of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, okay, you're moving towards much brighter and lighter energies, and also the timelines connected to this process and situation you're in. The timelines are also shifting towards much lighter ones. And then yeah, okay, so we got the Page of Wands, Three of Cups, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, Four of Wands. You know, if things are a bit hectic or confusing, maybe even for some of you chaotic, just know that there will become much more like flowy type of energy and much more stable. If you feel like you're not getting the opportunity to just sit down, understanding things, work through things, like the situation isn't responding to your intention at all, just know that that time will come for you, where you will be able to sort this out, guide yourself through this, become the high priestess. But also, you know, you deserve to be able to do that part of the process in an easy way, not in a way where you have to give everything you got, and even if you're tired, you have to do your best. Like, I see that the timelines are trying to help you understand that when things are a bit rougher and tougher and more difficult, it is your right to detach from it. And like, you know what? I'll come visit you. I'll come visit this situation when you're easier to deal with. I'm out of here for now. I'll come back. I'll check in on you, but I won't deal with this type of energies before you figure yourself out, okay? When you figure yourself out, then come and let me know what you figured out, and then I will know what to do with this. You know, you can be much more easy on you. You can be much more just flowy, but also, like, I'm gonna use a word, and I think you will know what I mean, but you can be a bit like unresponsible, you know, to just like get your hands up in the air and just like, I will leave this to you. I won't deal with this. I won't have anything to do with this until the timing is here. Like, I know how well I can do this. I know how well I can understand things and everything that is surrounding that, but I don't like what I see. Okay? I don't like what I see. I'll come back when you like you and when I like what I see, and then I'll deal with it. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. You know, the energies will be much more... Right now, when you look at things, you can just feel like uninspired to even deal with them. And still you're putting it upon you to deal with them, to be a grown-up, to be the better person. But the thing is that you don't have to do that as long as it's hard on you. Because the timelines are shifting for you when things will get much easier, a lot easier. And you will know when the timing is for you because you will feel inspired to deal with the situation. It will feel like, oh, now I'm in my right element, okay? So right now, just like the sylphs do, according to folklore, just balance out your mind. Even if your mind is very smart, very capable, balance it out. Let it rest And then you will know when to tap into it and when the situation will be aligned to your intentions and your gifts to deal with the situation. The response will be much better, much more loving also. Let's take out 2 messages, 2 advice for you that could be very helpful for you in this situation. Okay, so the first one is your path. And it says, "Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusion." You know, this also speaks to your ability to trust the process, even when you have to detach from it. That even if you've detached from it, the process hasn't stopped evolving towards your highest good. Maybe you're used to putting in your energy all of the time to get results, and I get that. But this situation is just telling you that this has nothing to do with you, the energies you put in, and even if you would choose to not put in energy into the situation, it will evolve on its own, and you can trust the process because it's moving towards like simpler timelines. And deepening. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping, detachment, and surrender. They bring the peace of God. So again, this is what we've been talking about, the detachment, non-grasping, surrender. You're doing your best. You don't have to do more. You don't have to overdo anything in the situation or question what it is that you're not doing enough for this. You know, a little bit like the cat. You know, sometimes we have like prejudice against the cat that, oh, it just cares about itself, it's a bit egotistical. You know, maybe it's the smartest one of us all, that just focus on yourself right now. What will make you feel more at ease, and also what will help you take a step back from the situation so that you can even start to focus on you. Okay, group 1, I will end your reading here. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, group 2. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. The elemental you chose is the salamander, and that elemental is connected to the element of fire. And according to folklore, the salamander is a shape-shifting sprite, but it usually loves to take the shape of a salamander, and it is very strongly connected to fire by being able to govern it and live through it and even live in it. And it can help like balance fiery things out also with the people that choose to connect with that aspect of reality. And when it comes to this message, why I chose to do this reading, that it is because sometimes we need a message and we need an answer, but maybe we're going through some things that are affecting our emotions to become very loud, so loud that we can't hear anything else than what the emotions are telling us. But also maybe it's the other way around, actually, that we are stable and we are here and we're present, but life is acting up in a way that makes no sense at all. Like, we do our best to try to figure it out, what it's trying to tell us, but how it is acting out makes just no sense. And that's why we sometimes need a tool like tarot. So I will do my best to give you the message, because that is what this reading is all about, that the universe sees you, the universe hears you, and here is your message. And for you, group 2, the elemental you chose is represented in this deck by the Suit of Wands. So let's see what your message is. We have the Page of Cups, the King of Wands, okay, and the Four of Pentacles. So there's something you have to like dare doing, maybe even take a risk, step out of your comfort zone. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. There's something you're being almost urged to do, to take a detour, do something that you didn't plan on doing, say yes to something that you're not used to saying yes to. But there's some sort of feeling that you're taking a risk, or you might end up hurting yourself because you've tried something close to this before and you're just not up to hurting yourself anymore. There's also like why you could be hesitant in this. It isn't because you don't want to experience nice things, or that I just want to play it safe. Like, I'm not getting any of that. I'm actually getting that you've been working a lot on yourself and you've gained a lot of self-respect. You like you, and because of that you don't want to put yourself in silly nonsense situations where you will get hurt or get disappointed or something similar to that, because you're like, why? If I know that that's gonna happen, then why? But it seems like right now something is going on that is almost challenging this and asking of you to trust what is happening, because it looks great. Okay, I don't know quite what the situation is, but I can see that for some of you, it has to do with falling in love. And for others of you, it has to do with asking to get a raise, more money, like something like that. But it actually has to do with you saying something, you saying yes or asking for something. So that's quite exciting. But you know, because of the self-respect you have, because of how much you like yourself, you can also allow this fire to be balanced and to obey you, right? If you're not ready, you can say, just because I'm not ready doesn't mean that I don't want it. I just need to do this my way, in my timing. I decide, you know, that is completely up to you. That is your prerogative as just being you. So we got the Akashic records, clearing old stories. Yeah, okay. Releasing past lives, freedom. So there's a reason why this situation is going on right now, or this opportunity is about to happen, enter your life, or has just entered your life. It is to imprint a new way of being by showing you that life is responding to you in a better way, in a nicer way, in a more loving way. That you could have had such a difficult time with how life presented itself to you when it comes to a lot of challenges. You always having to step up your game because of the mountain you have to climb up. And there's something very important about what's going on right now, and that is to tell you that things have shifted for you. And because of how big the shift is, take your time to move along with it. If you're not ready, then just let the situation know. Like, I'm not telling you to leave. I'm just telling you that I will do this my way. Okay? I'm not here for any nonsense. I'm not here to be played. I will do this my way because I like me. Okay? And my way works out fine. Like, if I could climb up that mountain, you don't think I can tell you what to do in this situation? Like, I'm not talking about another person. I'm just talking about you being a person talking to a situation that is like a person. But I just see you like, you can be confident in this. You can be very self-reliant in this, but just keep the contact with the timing of now. Like, connect to what is happening right now. And you will most probably feel that something has shifted, become easier for you. Perseverance, number 4. Yeah, that is, you know, do you see here? Like, yeah, that is both what is ending, and yeah, on the bottom of the deck you have abundance, 88. Like something is truly coming back to you as a reward, with the greenery going on over here, also with the number 4. But perseverance, like you've done your job, okay? You've done it well. You're a bit cautious maybe, and who wouldn't be in your shoes? But the perseverance that is connected to dealing with challenges, it's not connected to this situation that is presenting itself. When it comes to this situation, the perseverance will take a rest, okay? But again, this could definitely have to do with money for some of you. Like, just figure out a sum and then go ask for it, and also figure out like how to present it. We have the Scorpion. Yes, so maybe there's strong Scorpio energy going on here. Could also be like 8th house energy that is activated right now, of like a new era, a new shift, okay? Like you stung yourself, other people stung you. That is now ending, and you're entering a new, it's like a, you know, death and rebirth type of thing, yeah. And we have Crocodile. But yeah, it really looks to be like this situation, or this offering, this very nice thing that wants you to say yes to it. It looks like it is connected to one of your fundamental needs in life that goes very deep. And it could also be something that you've actually grown some thick skin against. Like, no, I'm not gonna dream about that. I'm not gonna allow myself to go down that road, because it will only disappoint me. So those sides could be very much challenged right now. And again, why those sides come up, it's not because you don't want what's best for you. It's actually the opposite, right? So listen to that wisdom. If you have to, it's okay if you put some demands, or, you know, something like that on the situation, or maybe even if it's a person, to put some demands on what it is that you expect, the outcome that you know that you deserve. The first card for you is the Ace of Wands, with the salamander standing on top of it. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have the World. You know, there is some things that you need to allow yourself to let go of for you to be able to fully grasp this new amazing thing that wants you to say yes to it. But there's also like a shaking up of your world, because here's also the thing. You're not being required to believe in this thing before it happens to you, okay? When you can see it shape up into something that is part of your reality, that is when you can start to believe in it, okay? However, you're still required to do some sort of action, like take an action or a decision towards it, maybe with that caution, okay? That will be fine. You don't have to believe it right away, but there's still an inspired action that needs to be taken by you, and that could be you saying yes to something. Yeah, okay, we also have the Three of Wands. Listen, you're gonna be positively surprised, okay? It will take you to a new type of experience, even if it's in the same area of life that has disappointed you over and over again. This time it had, like, these two salamanders, like the shapeshifters, it has shifted for you. More salamanders, 10 of Wands. Even more salamanders, 4 of Wands. I love this. This is just so loving. You know, this is coming through even with the King of Wands being in the center of your reading. You know, to give you a confirmation that you truly is heard and seen. That even if maybe a lot of things are going on right now and you can't hear the message or see maybe even what is going on, you are truly seen and heard by the universe. Okay? And you're not being asked to forget completely about the past and the times you've been hurt. You can take that with you and you can be cautious because you also respect yourself and you respect your own boundaries. But I still have to stress the fact that there is a step, some sort of action that is required of you to make. And the last card is the Hanged Man. Underneath the bottom, we have the World card. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing is to take that step, okay? Initially, it might feel hard and you can feel a bit resistant to it, but there's also something going on with you where you're very curious about it and you're like, there's something different this time around, and I don't think that I'm fooling myself by telling this to me. That there's something you're picking up on about the situation that is different from before. So if you want to carry the 10 of Wands with you into this, that is your right. Like if you're like, I'm gonna use these 10 wands if I need to defend myself, do that. You know, again, that is not you being blocked. That is you caring about yourself, okay? However, there's something very soothing that will happen around the time that you will choose to make this decision or take a certain step that has a cooling effect on you. It will be some sort of confirmation where you will be like, okay, now I'm on board. Now I say yes to experience more and more in this situation. I will still be cautious. I will still take care of myself. I still have boundaries. But you know what? I actually believe that there's more to this than I've previously experienced. Because with the Ace of Wands and the Hanged Man, there's definitely a shift of perspective that you will go through, not by you convincing yourself anything, but simply by you being convinced by the situation that is showing up to show you who it is and what it is. When that happens, you will be like, I'm smart enough to read the room, okay? I'm smart enough to understand the situation, and there is something new here, and I will go with this because I want what's best for me. Okay, let's take out 2 messages for you that I truly hope will be helpful. The first one is letting go, and look at Shiva. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. everything is indeed out of control, I can safely let go. And the other one is ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. And I'm getting the why it will be easy for you to receive this thing that you will say yes to. It is because you trust yourself. You trust yourself to understand what is going on. You trust yourself to understand when things are not for you. And this time around, you will be what guides you towards understanding that this thing is for you, that this thing deserves a yes from you. And that is why you will be like, I'm not afraid to receive. I can receive this any day. I just want to make sure that I'm on board with this and that things are also happening on my terms, okay? Sure, there are things you need to let go of from the past, but you're also very much in control, okay? Of yourself, of your past, of the situation. That what I mean by control is that you are in your power, right? Like this God, like this God. So that is why you can safely let go. You don't need to micromanage what is going on. You just need to understand what is going on, that things have shifted for you. Okay, group 2, I will end your reading here, and I thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I also hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. The elemental you chose is the Undine, and that elemental is connected to the element of water. And just as it is with all the elementals, according to folklore, they reside inside the element that they belong to, and they can highly impact that element, and they serve as both, like they both serve the element that they belong to, but they also get served by the element that they belong to. And the Undine has the capacity to balance the water when it is needed, also because there are so many other beings that live in the water. So they're very much like service-minded, oriented in that way, that they need water to survive, but they also want to serve water because other beings need it to survive. And when it comes to your message, why I chose to do this reading, it is because sometimes in life the universe is trying to talk to us, give us a message, but sometimes what is going on is affecting us on an emotional level so much that all we can hear is our emotions. But sometimes also it can be the other way around. Why we can't hear what the universe is trying to say is because the universe is acting in a way that we can't make any sense of it. Like, it's strange, we don't understand, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's also why sometimes we need a tool to get the message, and one of those tools is tarot. So I will do my very best to give you the message, because you are seen, you are heard in whatever situation you're in, and there is a message for you. So let's see what the Undine that is connected to the water element wants to tell you. Okay. So we got the 8 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. Okay, these are a bit crooked. Underneath the deck, we have the Fool. I feel like I keep getting the same message for group 3, like for the past couple of weeks, that there is such a strong need for you to believe in yourself and to stand up for yourself, even if that would mean that you stand out. Okay, maybe you're not used to that, and that's why it could be a challenge for you, but it looks like you're almost limiting yourself in a situation, and it could be and have to do very much with other people, that either they're putting those pressures on you or that type of expectation on you, or you could do that because you want to be nice, you want to be kind, you want to be inclusive, have everyone to stand up the hill with you, be seen together with you. And the thing is that it's like either you will learn how to do it on your own, or life will teach you that. Like either way, it's happening. There's something about the need for you to learn this, learn how to stand out. Even if you can't bring everyone with you, even if that means that maybe for a while you will stand there alone and have everyone look at you and you're like, I'm not used to this is so weird. Yeah, maybe it is because it's new. However, there's something important about that. That is why the message is coming through for you. Like either you will learn how to do it, or life will teach you how to do it. Either way, it's happening. So let's continue on with your message and see where this is going, because you're definitely going places, okay? Things are happening. It's like you're on a timeline where things are trying to get you where they want you to be, and there's something holding you back. It could be a belief about yourself, but there's some sort of blockage, something is holding you back. It could be also that you were taught that it is safe to play small, to never stand out, that it's not nice to other people. Like, I don't know, like there's something about that you're keeping yourself in a place and a space, and it doesn't seem like life wants you there. It wants you over here. Okay, not with the 8 of Swords, but with the 8 of Wands. Very different energy. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you're just a kind person also. So this says angelic frequency. Angels are here. You're safe, potent connection. You know, you could be the type of person that hears it like on a regular basis, like, oh, you're such an angel. Wow, you're my guardian angel. You're here to save me, maybe even, you know. And I also see you being very mature, very grown up. And maybe that is your life story. That even as a child, you had to be a grown up. And if that is the case, then no wonder life is trying its best to take you out of that. Because there's something bigger, there's a bigger need, a bigger reason why life is trying to teach you to stand out, to show yourself, to be like, you know, standing on a stage almost, and dare to stand there and be seen. Oh, okay, so let's see, there's a lot of them, but I only see the first one, which is the number 1 and new beginning, so I will take this, only this. Okay. So we got number 1, new beginning. You know, as I might seem like, I might sound like a jackass now, but it's almost like you need to put some of your angelic frequency like to rest for a while. Like not use it because it looks like it's standing in your way right now. You need a little bit more like fierceness, a little bit more fire to your water, you know? But here's the thing, you know how I've been talking about, like there's something bigger here. There's something, a bigger picture. There's a reason, a purpose why life is trying to pull you out of that place where you're playing it safe, playing it small, staying exactly like how maybe someone is expecting you to. There's something, you're heading towards it. That's why also I'm getting like either you will learn this or life will teach you this. Because there's something else in your future that will require of you actually to believe in yourself and step up to yourself and actually dare to say that maybe in one area I'm a little bit better than the rest. You know, that type of confidence. And if you are too much tapped into being kind and nice and playing it safe, you might miss out on this. But there's something very important your soul wants to learn by daring to believe that you're awesome, that you're talented, that you have star quality. Like, yeah, okay. Because usually when messages like this comes through, like tell them, either they do it or I will do it, you know? It is because there's a higher purpose. It is because it's something your soul wants to experience. Okay, we got sea serpent. So now we're getting the water element in here. Yeah, and this is an animal spirit, like it doesn't belong to the 4 elements. This one belongs to spirit. And an eye, okay. And then other one we have is swan. Okay, listen, you'll still stay who you are at your core. You will just be refined. You will just be on another level. You're definitely leveling up over here. And for you to be able to match that, to be aligned with that, you need to be like this salamander that is like, get away from me, I'm gonna be here alone up in the tree where I can be seen. Like, and maybe you will never sound like that, you know, because you will always be kind. You will always be sweet. This is just talking about a leveling up. Even in your personality, leveling up so that you can reach new heights, because it's very hard to reach new heights being stuck in the 8 of Swords. It's very easy to reach new heights just flowing with the 8 of Wands, letting it take you where it wants to take you. And where is that? Let's see. Where is that? Where are you going? What is the new beginning? What is the 8 of Wands? What is the leveling up with the swan? Okay, we got the Page of Wands. So there's some type of like adventure, something exciting. Could be a project, could be you moving to another country, trying out something brand new. And here's the thing with the Page of Wands. This thing could be something that no one else has tried that is in your surrounding. Okay, that's why maybe they're dragging you down a little bit. Maybe not with bad intentions, you know, but still like dragging you down. Because it is that new. It is that big. The Knight of Swords. You know, this is just like, do it. The Knight of Swords is here to just like, do it. You're going there. You're going there. 9 of Cups. You know, if there's something you're worrying about when it has to do like with connections, maybe losing some connections, or if you stand out too much that maybe other people won't like you or find you likable or find you approachable if you're very successful, like, oh, you have nothing to worry. Okay? The one you truly are will shine through any prejudice that will ever be formed against you. And if it doesn't, then good riddance. Then there's nothing that can convince them otherwise. Okay, they're stuck in their ways. Maybe they are in the Eight of Swords. Maybe they can't see anything than the swords that are surrounding them. Then good riddance. But you won't have any problem with forming relationships. You won't be alone with the swan. You won't. You will find true fulfillment and happiness by actually stepping up to your true gifts and your highest potential. The Chariot, success. That is why the Knight of Swords came through. Just do it. Just do it. Believe in yourself. Go out there. Show yourself. Show off yourself. And the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so, oh my God, underneath new beginnings. Could it be like a job where you have to stand out? Could it be like a career? Something with the Page of Wands could also be like some type of plan, dream that you would love to have as your foundation. If that is so, it will happen because you dare to stand out of the crowd. Because that is when you will just like beat the competition. Underneath the deck, Six of Wands, success, Chariot, success. Yeah, you're going there. There's a lot of happiness, new experience. That is why you're getting like, just do it. If you don't do it, I will do it. That is what life is trying to tell you. But you will never lose track of who you are. You will always be who you are, just on another level, okay? And on that other level, you will meet other people that are like you, that can appreciate star quality and high frequencies, because most likely they have it too. They know how wonderful it is too. But there's a lot of like happiness and wish fulfillment and getting what it is that you want. It's just like now there's one blockage, but when you just decide to do this, life will be like, woohoo, let's go. And then the Eight of Wands will come and take you with it towards the new beginning. Let's take out 2 messages for you that I truly hope will be helpful on your path towards this success. It's actually this one. Sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Yes, so maybe there are things you need to sacrifice in this. That could be like parts of you that you've grown accustomed to, parts of you that has been a big part of your identity, but maybe you're also seeing that it's not serving you anymore like it used to. That is also a signal to you that you need to step forward. You need to do something new. You need to experience yourself in a new way. And you have divine love. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. Look at you taking off, beginning this love affair with life, with the universe, with yourself, with your future even. But again, there's something with offering. Because you could offer something that you love, something that you appreciate. Not because it's not worth anything, but quite the opposite, because it's worth so much. But right now, it's not what is suited for you to work with or to have or to operate your life from. Maybe that needs to be offered to life. Ask life to take care of it for a while for you. because you need to focus on something else. Other parts of you need to glow and need to take up their space, but you will be back to get that back home again. So, oh, there's just so like, oh, beautiful energies here for you, group 3. Okay, I will end your reading here. I hope that you found this helpful. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.